welcome back to our channel. So I wanted to do an unboxing of my Boxy Charm Luxe for March 2019. I think that there's been a lot of unboxings, but I think a lot of them either it was very polarized. Either they really loved it or they didn't like it. And then there was some errors in shipping that people actually got the wrong palette. So I'm not sure if they are through fixing that. I think they gave them a gift certificate because they were out of the FX palettes. I'm not really sure what happened with that. But I think that people either really, really loved it or really, really hated it. Like, there wasn't really a middle ground for most people. I mean, I didn't watch every review out there, obviously, but that's what I kind of noticed. So I feel like I do have a middle ground. For example, I think Lilly Lashes are one of the most popular lashes. I think they look beautiful once they're on, but I mean, the struggle is real getting those on, and I wear lashes pretty regularly. I don't have a problem putting them on, and so this is the second time I filmed this because I realized there was an error with my equipment, and the other time I was actually wearing those lashes, and it took me forever to get them on, and then I could feel them every time I moved, and maybe that's how hers are, but I didn't care for it. So they are a great value, added a lot to the box, but I don't think I'm going to get that much use out of it. So again, I think that my opinion about the box is kind of in the middle. So the Lilly Lashes actually came in this. I actually have them over here on my vanity right now because I was trying to wear them today for the video. But again, that's my opinion on the Lilly Lashes, kind of a middle. Another one I was kind of like, meh about is the Iconic London. This is an eyebrow, what do they call it? Eyebrow cushion. So it looks like this. And it comes with the cushion, kind of like the foundation cushions do. It opens with a lid, and then it has a cool eyebrow thing. This is cool, actually. So it has the spoolie at one end, and it has the brush at the other, and it's a liquidy formulation. However, I naturally have darker hair now, but I was a blonde as a kid. My eyebrows aren't very dark, and unfortunately this one they sent is medium. I can't use it. There's no way. I tried putting it on and I looked ridiculous. So again, that won't get use. One of the things I was super excited about is the Confidence in a Cream by It Cosmetics. I had a sample of this a few times and absolutely loved it. In fact, their eye cream too, I absolutely adore. So I was pretty excited to get that. Another one that I was pretty excited for is the Becca, let's see what color I got, Becca Sorbet. It's the creamiest bullet lipstick I have ever used. I suspect that you will have to reapply it during the day, but it feels absolutely amazing on your lips. So one I just was kind of could leave it or take it is the Wander Lift Off Purifying Mask. I actually love the Wander brand. I have their stick foundation, and I have something, their Mile High mascara. I love those. The mascara you kind of have to work with because you have to thicken it with one and then use that for the length, but it really does pull your lashes up and out. It's really nice. But I actually tried this the other night and I really liked it. First of all, it dried really fast, so you're not sitting forever to wait for the mask to dry. And some masks, no matter how thin a layer you do, they still are hard to remove. So I like that about it. And then I like the fact that it peeled off pretty easily. Like, the only places I had any trouble peeling it off was somewhere where I spread it a little bit too thin, so it was kind of hard to grasp it. And it just came off really easy, and it felt fantastic. I haven't used it enough to see if there's any long-term effects, but it definitely was a good mask to use. So another one that I was kind of could leave or take is the Deborah Lippmann. These are nail polishes. I don't actually paint my nails very often. I have natural right now. I go back and forth between natural and fake nails. And when they're natural, I kind of like to leave them natural. I know that kind of goes against the traditions, but I do. I like them that way, and I actually don't paint them very often, so I probably will re-gift those or put them in our contest. The next one was the Royal or R&L Moda brushes. This is a powder brush, and I believe this is supposed to be a highlighting brush. I actually will never use it for that. It's too loose and long for me. I think it would just not put the product on the way I would want. However, I want to use this, and once I wash it tonight, as dusting under my under eye. I think that will work fantastic. Next we have the Morphe, let's see which one this is, Nightmaster 15N, and it looks like that. I think this is my 4th or 5th Morphe palette. They're definitely great in the sense that they blend well, they look good, but to me almost all of them are beginning to look very similar. So we're beginning to see just a ton of neutrals and then predominant shimmers, things like that. So this is one that while it was neat to get it, I would have been more excited if I didn't already have a couple Morphe palettes. But since I do have some, I wasn't as, excited to get it. One that I was very excited is the Cover FX. Let's see. I have light, and this is the Perfector face palette, light to medium. And this has some of the coolest shades. So these two right here are highlighters, and they are very noticeable. It's difficult to hide. This right here is, I'm trying to look for the word they use, a brightener and illuminator, and it looks amazing on the inner corner of the eyes. This one is a finishing powder. I personally didn't like the way it looked everywhere, but right here under your bronzer or contour, it looks really good. And then, of course, a contour shade and a blush shade. So I was pretty excited about that. So far, I used it the other day, and it worked really well. Like I said, the only thing I would even and I don't consider it criticism, it's personal preference, is the finishing powder. I did not like all over my face, but I did like putting a little pop right there. So that is everything except for the gift from BoxyCharm. They did give us a train case that says BoxyCharm, and I personally really like this. It could fit at least a week's worth of makeup, so I thought it was a pretty cool item to add in. They did value it at $20, which I thought was kind of funny because it is marketing material. I don't really believe you can count something that is marketing that you have printed for your brand in that. So the value for this, the Cover FX palette was $45. The Moda brushes were $29.99. The Iconic eyebrow cushion was $40. There is no eyebrow product out there in the entire world that I would pay $40 for. Even if this was in the right color, there just is not anything I'm willing to pay $40 for my eyebrows. I have pretty thick natural eyebrows. I don't have to do a ton to them. I'm actually growing them out again. I plucked a little bit too much recently. But I just don't, there's not a lot I need to do there, and I refuse to pay that. It's just, it blew my mind when I read that. The Water Beauty mask was $34. Again, that one, Water is known to be a more expensive brand. I wasn't shocked by that price, but I don't know yet, haven't used it enough to decide if I'd ever repurchase it. I'm not one to buy a ton of masks. I do use sheet masks with other ones. I just don't, it's not something that's a high priority in my purchases. The Lilly Lashes were $24.99. That personally blew my mind. They're absolutely stunning, but I can't see myself buying one pair of lashes for $24, especially when Kiss has amazing ones that are like $12.99 for 6 pair. It Cosmetics Confidence in a Cream is $48. This I probably would repurchase. I used samples again on that one, and I absolutely adored it. It was one of my favorite lotions that I had. I was actually kind of depressed when my last sample was gone, so this was good timing. The Becca lipstick is $24. I doubt I would repurchase that only because I don't typically reach for bullet lipsticks. I typically reach for liquid lipsticks, and I avoid gloss. So I don't think I would repurchase that. Morphe, I think I already covered. It was $16. Deborah Lippmann, again, I already kind of covered. It was $20. And then the BoxyCharm train case is listed at $20. I personally don't think that there's any way you can count $20 for an item that is your advertising. I mean, this gets their name out for every person that orders the box. When they go somewhere and show that, it's advertising. So I kind of disagree with that. I did forget to tell you the theme this month. It is La Vie en Rose, and it looks like that. And I've been a BoxyCharm member, I think it's about 7 months now, and I personally think that they're doing a fantastic job. I think that you can't be happy with every single thing you receive in a subscription box. It just doesn't work that way. There's too many tastes to take into consideration, too many, different preferences, etc. And not to mention skin tones and undertones and everything else. So I think that when they nail the majority of the box for someone, that's a win. We're never going to have boxes that's 100%. It's just not going to happen. So I personally think that they're doing a good job, and I think that they're continuing to up the game with what products they include and that sort of thing. So I do have a BoxyCharm referral link on my website. It's amiraclebeauty.com. However, it's not an affiliate code. It is just the normal BoxyCharm referral code. So if you'd like to use that, I think some months they give away free items to people who refer people, and the person who gets referred. So if you've made it this far, and I hope you did, I would love it if you would like this video. Comment below if you're a BoxyCharm member. Do you feel that they're getting better? Do you feel that they're about the same, or do you feel like they're getting worse? I think they're getting better. I think that they're up in their game, but I'd love to know what you think. And then if you wouldn't mind clicking the subscription and the bell so you get notifications. We do upload every Thursday and Sunday. And I hope you have a great day, and I hope to see you soon.